Fluent Podcasts, podcasts he never had before.
Welcome back to the Fluent Podcast, and specifically to our English A1-A2 podcast playlist.
Hello.
If you're here, you're working on a really, really important skill, talking about your life in English.
Mm-hmm.
And today, we're focusing on how to describe your city or your hometown.
That's right. Our goal today, well, it's to get you past just saying, my city is big,
Yeah, that's a bit basic.
Exactly. We want to give you some phrases that sound natural, phrases real speakers use.
So you can feel confident, sound interesting when you talk about where you live.
Let's give you those building blocks right now.
Yeah.
Starting with the very basics, location and size.
Okay, so think about where you are right now.
When you start, keep it super simple. First step.
Hmm?
Do you live in a city, a town, or maybe a village?
Okay, so city's very large.
Right. Town is medium, and a village is small, usually out in the countryside, a rural area.
And straight away you can add little detail. Maybe you live in Paris. That's the capital city. Or perhaps it's a tiny, really quiet village. Like Manarola in Italy. That famous little place by the sea.
Yeah, lovely place. So once you've got that basic type, let's talk size. We want to move beyond just big or small.
Right.
We can use simple adverbs. They add a bit more nuance.
And this is great for A1-A2 learners, isn't it? Because you're not learning loads of difficult new words.
Yeah.
Just making the ones you know sound better.
Exactly. You could say it's a pretty small town.
Pretty small. So pretty here means quite or fairly.
Yeah, that's it. Or it's a really big city. Really big. Emphasizes it.
Okay.
And if your city is genuinely huge, like it just goes on forever.
Fits out.
Yeah, spreads out over a massive area. We have a great word. Sprawling.
Sprawling. Okay, that sounds a bit more advanced.
It is, but it's impressive. You could say, I live in a vast, sprawling city. It paints a picture, doesn't it? A place that seems endless.
It does. Okay, so we know the size. Now, where is this place? In the country, I mean.
Yeah.
We need some context.
The simplest way. Use directions. It's in the north of the country, or it's in the south, or the center.
Easy enough?
And if you're lucky, maybe you live near water. Tell us. Say, it is on the coast if it's by the sea.
Like Brayton, maybe.
Yeah. Or it sits on the river if a river runs through it, like London sits on the River Thames.
Right. And we often describe places by comparing them to other places nearby, don't we?
We do. If your town is very close to another big city, you can just say, it's just north of London, for example.
Just meaning very close.
Exactly. But if it's a bit further out, maybe, a 45-minute drive away, you can approximate. You can say, it's about 50-odd miles north of Manchester.
50-odd miles. So odd here means approximately or around.
That's it. It sounds very natural. 50-odd miles.
Okay, got it. Those are the big descriptions. But let's zoom in a bit. Where do you actually live within that area?
Good point. Most cities have different zones. If you live way out in the countryside, that's a rural area.
Okay, fields and farms.
Pretty much. Now, if you live in the houses just outside the main city center, the downtown area, those are the suburbs.
Suburbs, right.
Yeah.
Lots of houses, maybe quieter than the center.
Usually, yeah. And if you're even further out than the suburbs, almost back to the countryside, those are the outskirts.
Outskirts. Okay, so you might say, I live in the suburbs, but I work downtown.
Exactly. That's a common situation.
Makes sense. And you mentioned England earlier. Sometimes you hear green belt. What's that?
Yes. The green belt is a specific area around some cities, particularly in England. Development, building houses and things, it's limited there.
Why?
To keep green spaces for nature. So if you mention the green belt, people know it's a protected green area near the city.
Interesting. Okay, let's shift focus from the map to you,
Yeah.
your history in the place.
Right. When did you arrive? Did you grow up there?
We've got a fantastic phrase for this, haven't we? If you were actually born and grew up in that exact place.
We do. You can say, I come from your country and I was born and bred in your hometown.
Born and bred. I like that. What does bred mean here?
It's like raised or educated. So born and bred means born there, raised there, went to school there. It's the whole package in just 3 words.
Nice and concise.
Very. Or if you want something simpler, just say, I was brought up in X or I was raised in X. Same meaning.
Okay. Next up, how long have you lived there? If you still live there now.
Right. We use a specific tense. The present perfect continuous. Sounds complicated, but the structure is simple. I've been living here for 20 years. See? Have been living.
I've been living here for 20 years. Got it.
And again, we can make it sound more natural. Instead of exactly 20 years, use those approximators again.
Like 20-odd year.
Perfect. Perfect. I've been living here for 20-odd years. It means around 20 years.
Or there's another one? For the best part of?
Yes, for the best part of 20 years. This means for most of those 20 years.
So not maybe the whole 20 years, but nearly all of it.
Exactly. Like, I've worked here for the best part of 10 years. It shows it's been a long time, but you don't need the exact date.
Useful. Okay, what if you moved away?
Yeah.
The story changes then.
Just slightly. We switched tense, used the simple past. I lived there for the best part of 20 years, and then I moved to Spain.
Ah, okay. Simple past, lived, moved, clear timeline.
Simple, clear. Tells the listener your history.
Right. Let's move on to what makes your city,
Yeah.
well, special. The fun part, what's it famous for?
The standard phrase is always good. It's famous for its, and then you add the thing.
Like what? Food, history.
Yeah, food, history, sport, maybe a particular accent people have or an industry. Like Chengdu is famous for its spicy food.
And maybe it's pandas.
And it's pandas, of course.
Yeah.
Famous for its pandas. If you want a bit of variety, Swap famous. Try. It's well known for.
Well known for.
Oh,
Or if
but
it's the absolute main thing, the most recognized thing, it's best known for.
Best known for its beautiful beaches, perhaps. Exactly. Now, if your city has a really major, obvious landmark, something that just dominates the view.
Like the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Perfect example. Use the adjective prominent. The most prominent landmark in Athens is the Acropolis.
Prominent. So very noticeable, stands out.
That's it. The most prominent building in my town is the big new library.
Okay. But
Mm-hmm.
what if your hometown isn't really famous? Maybe it's just a quiet place. How do we talk about that?
That's totally fine. Most places aren't world famous. You can say it's a fairly anonymous place.
Anonymous? Like nobody knows it?
Well, not really famous internationally. It just means it's not particularly well known, which is normal. It's honest.
Okay. Fairly anonymous. And there's an idiom too, right? For if you think it's maybe a bit boring.
Yes, a great one. It's nothing to write home about.
Nothing to write home about.
Yeah. If something is nothing to write home about, it means it's just very normal, very average, maybe a bit boring.
Huh. Okay, useful idiom. So moving on to activities, what do people actually do there?
We call the people who live there locals. Local people.
Locals. Right.
You might say locals tend to go shopping on Saturdays, or locals tend to eat out a lot. Tend to means usually do.
Okay. Locals tend to. And if it's a really quiet place, not much happens.
You could use this phrase, there's not much to get up to in my hometown.
To get up to, what's that mean?
It just means to do. What did you get up to last weekend? Means what did you do? So not much to get up to means not many activities or things to do.
Got it. Not much to get up to. And what if your city is the opposite? A tourist magnet.
Ah, good vocabulary for that. You can say tourists flock there.
Flock. Like birds.
Exactly. They gather or visit in large numbers. Tourists flock there in the summer.
Okay. Or
Or you can say visitors are drawn by the famous landmark. Drawn like pulled by a magnet. Attracted.
okay. Visitors are drawn by the amazing museums.
Perfect. Drawn by the history, drawn by the beaches.
Okay, we've got location features. Now, what about the feel of the place? The vibe, the energy?
Well, yes, the atmosphere. We often use adjectives, sometimes contrasting ones.
Like, think about New York City versus a sleepy little village somewhere. Huge difference in energy.
Totally. New York is full of life, traffic, noise. It's nonstop. We call that a bustling city.
Bustling. Lots of activity.
And the complete opposite, sleepy.
Sleepy. Like it needs a nap.
Ha! Sort of. A sleepy town is quiet, slow-paced, not much happening. You might describe a lovely small town in the countryside as a pretty sleepy place.
Bustling versus sleepy, right?
You can combine words, too. Like Athens is amazing, it's ancient and exciting.
But maybe also sometimes a little noisy and crowded.
Yeah, that too. Depends on the area. Now, what about the people? The locals?
Ah, yes. Important part of any place.
Definitely. When describing the local people, try to use positive adjectives. People like to hear things like, the local people are warm, friendly, and welcoming.
Warm, friendly, welcoming. Nice. Use 3 if you can.
Yeah, 3 good adjectives is a great target. For instance, people often say folks in Copenhagen are friendly and optimistic.
Okay. And what about smaller places? Sometimes they feel different. People know each other more.
Yes, exactly. You can talk about the sense of community.
Sense of community.
It means people generally know their neighbors, they look out for each other, feel like they belong. Smaller towns often have a stronger sense of community than huge, sprawling cities.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, we have a really flexible phrase pattern too, don't we? This something friendly place.
Oh yeah, these are great because you can basically make them up.
How does that work?
Well, if your city is really easy and safe to walk around, lots of sidewalks, maybe no cars in the center, you can say it's a pedestrian-friendly place. Pedestrian means walker.
Ah, pedestrian friendly. Okay. What else?
If it has loads of parks, playgrounds, things for children, it's a kid-friendly place.
Kid friendly. Makes sense.
Or if it's really set up for visitors, maybe good tourist information, easy transport.
Like a hop-on, hop-off bus.
Exactly. Then you could say it's a tourist-friendly place. Just remember to maybe explain why you use that phrase. It helps the listener understand.
Good tip. Okay, final section. This is crucial. Your personal opinion. What you like, what you don't like, and maybe how the city has changed.
Right, your feelings about it. For the positive stuff, use simple, strong phrases. I love living in X, or X is a great place to live.
And say why.
Definitely give reasons. Maybe it's got such a rich culture, or there's always something interesting going on.
Or for big cities. You can meet people from all over the world. That's a big plus for many.
Absolutely. Now, the flip side, dislikes. You can use negative adjectives. Stressful, crowded, boring, maybe exhausting.
Yeah, city life can be tiring.
It can, and a very common issue, especially in big cities. The cost of living is really high.
Ah, yes. Everything is expensive.
Right, and if the cost of living is high, it makes you worry about how to make ends meet.
Make ends meet, what does that mean?
It means having just enough money to pay for your basic costs. Rent, food, bills. If it's hard to make ends meet, money is tight. It's a really useful phrase.
Okay. High cost of living makes it hard to make ends meet. Got it. Any other common complaints?
Well, sometimes people mention air quality can be an issue, especially in big or industrial places.
Right, pollution.
Or maybe there's not much nightlife if it's a quieter place, or if it feels very isolated.
Far from other places.
Yeah, you could say it feels a bit cut off from the wider world. Often said about remote towns.
Okay. And finally, change. Cities don't stay the same, do they?
Never. They're always growing, changing. To talk about this, use the present perfect tense. Start simply. The city has changed a lot in the last 20 years.
Has changed, okay.
If the city has got taller, with lots of new skyscrapers, focus on the skyline.
Skyline, that's the shape of the buildings against the sky.
Exactly. The horizon of the city, you can say the skyline has changed so much.
Right. And if lots of new buildings have appeared, kind of suddenly?
We have a great phrase for that. New buildings have cropped up all over the city.
Cropped up, like plants growing.
Sort of. To crop up means to appear unexpectedly or suddenly. It's very visual. New buildings have cropped up everywhere.
I like that. Cropped up. And if the change is massive, like totally different.
Then you can say it is almost unrecognizable compared to 20 years ago.
Unrecognizable. Wow.
Yeah. Think of places like Shanghai or even parts of Manchester. Huge changes makes them almost unrecognizable.
Fantastic. Okay. I think we've covered a lot there.
We have. Remember, everyone, you've now got a kind of framework. Start with basics like location, talk about your history there, describe what's special, the vibe.
And finish with your feelings and maybe how it's changed.
Yeah. And the goal is to mix the simple words you already know with maybe a few of these newer, more descriptive ones.
Don't be afraid to try sprawling or born and bred or cropped up.
Exactly. They make you sound more natural.
Okay, so here's your practice assignment. Right now, if you can, try to say 3 or 4 sentences about your own hometown.
Try to use one phrase for location like suburbs or outskirts or on the coast.
And one thing it's famous for, or maybe well known for.
And finish with one thing you like, or maybe dislike, about living there.
Just 3 or 4 sentences to start. Practice makes perfect.
And here's something to think about after you practice. We talked about skylines changing, new buildings cropping up, but think about really old cities like Rome or St. Petersburg. Even with all the changes, they still feel unique, don't they? What is the soul of your city? What part do you think will always stay the same no matter what?
Ooh, deep question. Something to ponder. Keep practicing your English, everyone. You're doing great.
You really are.
Thank you for joining us for this session of the Fluent Podcast. We'll see you next time.
Bye for now.